Great. Thank you, Dave. I have the privilege of presenting the 2011 IDEA Awards. The Internet 2 Driving Exemplary Application Awards are meant to recognize exemplary uses of advanced networking that have had substantial impact and benefit for our community. Since 2006, the IDEA Awards have recognized leaders in application development, and we're looking for ways with the IDEA Awards to both acknowledge and encourage application development. As Dave noted, application development not only has been, but is increasingly important to our whole community, figuring out ways to use these great networks that are being built. So development of applications and services, we'd like to, amid all the activity here, take a moment and recognize, in this case, 4 applications that have been developed recently and let you hear a little bit about them. The criteria for the IDEA Awards include innovation in advanced network applications for research, teaching, learning, and collaboration. And these days, that certainly embraces global collaboration. The magnitude of the positive impact for current users, but also the breadth of impact, either for current users or potential users. We're looking for things that have a great potential to grow and be used across different user communities. And also, of course, the technical merit of the application. This year, we had some really great submissions for the IDEA Awards, and judging was very difficult, not only because of the diversity of applications, but some of them were very strong. Many of them were very strong. I'd like to thank our judging committee. The judging committee has representatives from each of the Internet 2 advisory councils, so we have a diverse input there. The judging committee this year included Michael Ackerman, Dave Gift, Tim Lance, Debbie Montano, Randy Stout, and Alan Whitney. And I can say personally that in addition to them doing the work, it's really enjoyable to discuss all these applications and try to figure out where value is being added for our community and how to engage and encourage that. I'd also like to thank Jack Seuss, the head of the Applications, Middleware, and Services Advisory Council. The IDEA Awards are coordinated through AMSAC. Also, the committee received great support in its work from Ann Doyle and Beth Miller from Internet 2. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce our first of 4 IDEA Award winners. This year, we have a new category for student awardees. We want to recognize student developers and encourage them and engage them in our community. So we're very excited that this is the first year for student awards. We have 2 student awardees. The first one is Mr. Kyung-Hwa Kim, Ph.D. student in computer science from Columbia University. He developed DYSWIS, Do You See What I See, a collaborative network fault diagnostic system. DYSWIS developed a complete framework for fault detection, user collaboration, and fault diagnosis for advanced networks. I don't know if anyone's had any issues with end-to-end performance, but he's looking into that. With increasing application complexity, the need for network fault diagnosis for end users has increased, and the existing failure diagnostic techniques often are inadequate. With Do You See What I See, end users collaborate to diagnose a network fault in real time by collecting diverse network information and inferring the cause of failure. So I'd like to award one of the first student award winners to Mr. Kyung-Hwa Kim from Columbia University.
Thank you. You should stay right here. You should stay right here.
Our second inaugural student award winner is Mr. Baris Aksanli, a PhD student in computer science and engineering from University of California, San Diego. He developed MAVEN, monitoring and visualization of energy consumed by networks. MAVEN gives network engineers, energy efficiency researchers, and network equipment vendors a real-time view of live network energy consumption and the environmental conditions across the network. It allows network operators to establish a power baseline for their network equipment, potentially saving money and allowing for better power planning. Developed as part of an ESnet internship, ESnet intends to use MAVEN as a basis for monitoring power consumption on its network. So I'd like to recognize Mr. Aksanli. We have two other IDEA awards, and I think they show some of the diversity of discipline and applications across our community. Our next award is for Auksalaq, a telematic opera. This was developed by a team led by Dr. Scott Deal from University-Purdue University in Indianapolis and Matthew Burtner from the University of Virginia. Auksalaq represents a new generation of artistic works exploiting high bandwidth networks in pursuit of live interactive expression. As part of that process, they introduced a new toolkit of telematic applications that facilitate the seamless multi-site presentation that includes melding music, media, movement, videography, audio processing, and audience interactivity to create an interactive, multi-dimensional artistic experience. This also potentially has impact for other multi-site collaboration at a distance, including rich media environments. Here to accept the award for Auksalaq is Scott Deal.
Thank you.
Last but not least, we'd like to recognize Oscar's on-demand secure circuits and advanced reservation system. This is an open source application that lets users create, engineer, and manage virtual circuits between dispersed resources across the network and across different collaborators with guaranteed end-to-end performance. Oscar's is already carrying 50% of ESNet's annual 60 petabytes of traffic and is implemented on many R&E networks worldwide, including Internet 2, US LHCnet, NordUnet, and RNP. It was developed by a team at ESnet, noted here. Contributing partners include Internet 2, University of Southern California Information Sciences Institute, and Dante. Accepting the award for ESnet are Steve Cotter and Inder Manga.
Congratulations. Steve, congratulations.
I'd also like to invite you to, if you can, stop by the track session this afternoon from 3 to 4 in room 302 and hear a little bit more about these applications. We've just barely scratched the surface here, of course. I'd also like to invite you to look ahead to nominating and participating in the 2012 IDEA Awards as we figure out what applications can really help support and drive use of our network and our services for people. The requirements for that should be coming out in early 2012. So again, please join me in congratulating the 2011 IDEA Award winners.
How about that? Congratulations. Good one. And Tom, thank you very, very much again for the extraordinary service you provide in making this happen this year. Thank you.